Hi guys and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. I'm Farhad. If you're new to this channel, then please smash that subscribe button now. And the film that we are going to be discussing today is the new Telugu film which is called Hanu-Man or Hanuman, which is now available in a theater near you. Now I have had traumatic memories from the Telugu slash Hindi film Adipurush, which was based on the Ramayana, particularly because it was based on a mythology which was so pure and so pious that you could not have gone wrong with that film. And my entire rant is available on my YouTube channel as well. You can go and watch it too. One of the main reasons also is that mythology is a doorway to many stories from the land that are there, and if done correctly they will definitely have an impact. So when I did get to know that Prasanth Varma is at the helm of a new superhero film with mythology as an undercurrent titled Hanu-Man or Hanuman, I was naturally excited. Prasanth Varma, by the way, is the man behind films like Zombie Ready and Awe, two of the most fascinating films that you could watch in the Telugu film industry. It was wonderful to watch those films, and I recommend you check out those films as well. So then, has Hanuman or Hanuman stand out in comparison with Adipurush? Let's find out. So, coming to the story and screenplay, Hanuman or Hanuman is a story of a protagonist who possesses the power of Lord Hanuman in order to protect his land and his people. Will he be able to do so? Forms the rest of the story. Now, the story here is refreshing because it is a fresh amalgamation of two genres, mythology and superhero, both of which aren't relatively, they are both relatively untapped, you can say, both of these genres, and to have a marriage of these genres does make for a fresh subject in itself. Now here mythology acts as an undercurrent and the superhero genre is on the surface, so there is definitely depth in the drama straight away. Coming to the screenplay, which is about 160 minutes, is definitely fascinating. It is compelling and engaging to the core. It does create an impact of sorts. The drama here, it does open with an introduction of a young boy who aspires to be a superhero. Now the interesting twist of things is that the boy happens to kill off his own parents because he thinks that the superhero does not have any parents from the films that he's watched. There's an underlying Spider-Man theme song that also sets the tone for the drama to follow, and that essentially is the crux of the protagonist, of the antagonist, I would say, the crux of the antagonist, the paradox of the antagonist, and the writers did well to introduce the antagonist before the protagonist that is there. The protagonist, by the way, is also introduced in an imaginary land called Andanadri. Now, Andanadri, as you would know, is holds a very special place in the mythological space because it is the birthplace of Lord Hanuman. So these are the kind of mythological check boxes, you can say, are there throughout the screenplay that makes for a fascinating watch. Now, one thing that what I liked about the screenplay was the world building. It did introduce the characters around the protagonist, featuring his childhood crush, his sister, his friends, and the politics of the village that was. They've grappled with. Basically, the people have grappled with the politics of the land that is there. What did not work for me was the humor element. The humor was a hit and a miss. I wouldn't say it was a complete miss because I did like a little tribute to the superstars who've been ruling the industry. That little comedic section I did like, but otherwise the humor did feel a little forced for me. This is just a personal opinion. It may not necessarily be a universal truth, but I found it a little hit and a miss kind of a feel, particularly in the first half. But the mythological element is definitely used as an undercurrent and awaiting to explode in full throttle in the second hour. So when the worlds of the protagonist and the antagonist meet, much like the superhero films, there's definitely mayhem in store. Now there's an emotional streak also that underlines the drama. I will not reveal any of the twists. The drama is fairly predictable right from start to end, but there's an emotional thread as well that works in favor of the film. This also culminates into a fascinating final act. That last 30 minutes is absolutely goosebumps worthy. It will give you goosebumps of the highest order. Trust me on that. It definitely makes for a wonderful cinematic viewing, leading to a satisfactory climax as well, is what I would say. Also, the little setup sets things well for the second part. So this is you can say a cinematic universe, you can say Prasanth Varma's cinematic universe, and the second feature in this film is Adira or Jai Hanuman, and that comes out in 2025, and that is definitely is going to spew a host of stories that are going to fall in this freshly created genre, and finally somebody is doing it mythology done right. Coming to the other aspects, the dialogues, the music, and the direction, I think the dialogues did range from being a little playful to having a solid impact, solid relevance in the mythological space that led to a solid impact as well. The songs, I did like the songs as well. They went nicely with the flow of the drama. In particular, that one sequence, that action sequence that was there, I did like that, where there were a host of women who were, you know, preparing pickle, and there was an action sequence going on. So the nice interchange between the two that was going on, I did like that. The BGM was definitely rousing, and especially in the last 30 minutes, it will give you goosebumps of the highest order. However, on the negative aspect, I felt the action set pieces aren't exactly the way they should have been due to its choppy editing. Now, this is something that I also saw in Salar, the Telugu film Salar, that the action set pieces are very choppily edited. I mean, they at least should have shown some blows being landed on the villains, or you can call the opposite party, whatever. But there should have been a straight one take of at least the impact that was there, instead of slow motion sequences, or done to that. Choppy editing. I think none of that created any impact. This was a lesser film as far as the action set pieces are concerned. But director Prasanth Varma, I think he's done a wonderful job here. He did briefly dabble the mythological space in in this previous zombie film, Zombie Ready, and that I think was a clever addition. But here he's more in control, simply because the two genres just felt so organic, and it was so beautifully integrated in the screenplay. It did not feel forced at all, and I think much of the credit is of the director. I think he did a fabulous job in creating this world and creating the characters, and that led to a solid impact as well. Coming to the performances, I felt the performances are absolutely wonderful to watch as well. I think Shrinu and Satya, all of them, even Vanilla Kishore, they create nice little comedic sequences. Despite comedy not being in favor, some of the jokes land because of their comic progress, comic prowess. I did like Vara Lakshmi as well. She was fiery but very affable as a character. I really liked her. Um, Even Amrita Iyer, I think she had a nice little screen presence. She did a wonderful job. Vinay Rai was intimidating and a wonderful nemesis to the protagonist, Teja. Teja, I think he did a wonderful job as well, and the writers, the makers, all of them played to his strengths. I think he may not be a person of tremendous emotional depth, I could make out in a couple of scenes, but they chose to focus on his strengths, which was to be in the moment, to be a little vulnerable, to be a little innocent. Basically, the innocent streak is there, and that what works in its favor. So the performances are wonderful as well. Overall, I think Hanuman is a great mix of mythology and a mass masala entertainer packaged in a desi superhero film that makes for a solid, impactful watch. I really liked Hanuman. If you watch the film, let me know your thoughts on the comment section. Also, like the video, subscribe to the channel, press that bell icon, share this video with your friends and family. Any little help helps a small creator like me. If you like to read my full review of Hanuman, It's on my site as well, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. What's also in the description box is my social media handle, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Letterbox. I do not end up making a video on everything that I watch, but I do write a lot. All information is present on my site and on my social media handles, so do visit them as well. I'll see you again soon with another video. Until then, thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.